Okay, so we have an urgent information coming out. Please share this video. Today is April 22nd, 2025, and welcome to the Real GS News channel. So we're gonna go with this one here. It says this is why empty shelves and painful shortages of certain items are coming. And it's very important to bring this information and share it with many of you because the Bible does speak about shortages. The Bible speaks about diseases and wars and many things to come. So if you can, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that notification bell. We have a lot of information that's coming out. Walmart is sounding the alarm. All right, so I want to bring something up really quick here. Walmart and other big store like Target, they are sounding the alarm and they are putting out these information here. Let me just pull it up right here. Walmart shoppers stunned to discover elaborate new anti-theft measure on meat. It come to this. All right, so we're gonna get to all this news here, guys. Walmart, Target, all these stores are really, and I've seen them. I've seen stuff like this. I've seen stuff like this in the state of Florida. This is where we at right. This is where we at right now, in this end times, guys. So never before seen this in the history, in world history, and everything got to be locked up now because lawlessness is rising in these end times. You have lawlessness, you have wolves, you have false prophets, false teachers, you have those that don't, again, children that don't respect their parents anymore. Again, everything is end times. Everything is end times. And these are the signs that Jesus said to look out for. Perilous time, perilous man is really rising in our times. So again, please share the video, guys. We're gonna get to these two breaking news, but before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife Jessica Santiago at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. And for those of you that want to help and support the channel, we do have the PayPal link and the Cash App link in the comments box, and also in the super chat. I left it on the super chat, in the chat box. So thank you so much for your support. Let's go with this one first. We are about to find out what happens when thousands of very popular products are suddenly no longer available for sale. A lot of Amazon shoppers have been shocked to learn that some of their favorite products have already disappeared. In fact, there are entire stores on Amazon that are now completely gone. Of course, it's just Amazon that is facing an unprecedented crisis. Walmart, Target, Home Depot, and our largest dollar store chains are all going to have to figure out new ways to fill their shelves in the months ahead. Buckle up. Buckle up. Get ready. Stock up. And again, this is not a fear-mongering video, but again, we are definitely in a time of crisis. We are seeing tariff. We are seeing wars. We're seeing so many things. And if you're a Christian, you know what time it is. The Bible said that this will come. All right, so those in fear, again, do not be in fear. For God did not give us a spirit of fear. Put your faith and trust in Christ. Those that wish to export products to the U.S. will soon have to pay enormous port fees on top of the tariffs that have already been announced. For certain products coming from the Red Dragon, that will mean paying port fees on top of tariffs of up to 245%. Some companies will still attempt to sell the Red Dragon made product in the US, but they will be forced to hike their prices extremely high. But in many other cases, companies will simply decide that it no longer makes economic sense to sell those products in the US. This will increase demand for similar goods that are produced right here in the United States. Of course, there are a lot of instances where there are no similar goods made in the US. And even if all of our factories were running at full capacity, there is just no way that we could hope to replace the tsunami of products that is normally imported from the Red Dragon. Yes, we can build new factories, but that would take years. It also comes with a lot of risk. Less than 4 years from now, a new administration could come in and totally reverse current trade policy. If the Red Dragon goods started pouring back into our country, at that point, what would happen to those that invested giant mountains of money into new US factory? So again, it's true that Donald only has 4 years, and the next administration could overturn this. But I posted a video a month ago. They were talking about, again, Donald even mentioned this, and he said this on the news media, that there's a loophole of running for third term. A third term. Actually running until 2037. Now, again, the news media, I don't know who it was, they asked him over the phone, hey, this talk about third term, are you actually, agreeing with that? He's like, absolutely. We actually going through that right now. And I'm not going to give much information because it's still early, but we are, talking about a third term. And so, look, here's the thing. Donald will not be doing this tariff stuff knowing that he only has 4 years. These tariff stuff take many years. And it's just a waste of time for him to do it in only 4 years. So pay attention to that third term, because he might be a sleeping giant leader for a couple of more years. So they're talking about some kind of loophole. You got lawyers and all that type of stuff going on. So it says here, I don't think that we will see a huge wave of factory construction because the risk of being wiped out when a new administration come in is just too great. I haven't heard anyone else talk about this. Businesses do not like to make huge investment unless there is certainty about the outcome. While US CEOs debate about what to do, our stores will not be able to fill their shelves with things that are made in the USA. We simply are not able to produce enough stuff. So if other nations stop sending us the things that we need, there will be shortages. Last week, we learned that the Red Dragon built and the Red Dragon owned trade vessels will soon be hit with massive new port fees every time they make a voyage to the U.S. The Federal Register noticed, posted by the U.S. Trade Representative on Thursday, said that the U.S. Gov would charge fees on all Red Dragon built and owned ships docking in U.S. ports based on net tonnage or goods carried on each voyage. The new fees will be enforced in around 180 days, time rolled out in a phased manner, and may be raised in coming years, according to the USTR notice. The latest announcement backtracks from proposal floated in February to charge the Red Dragon built ships of up to $1.5 million per port call, which had prompted a widespread industry's backlash, the Reuters reported. There's going to be some major hit. And it's true, again, it does take a lot of years for us to produce things made here in the U.S. It's just going to be really tough. And it doesn't happen overnight. It takes years. And it is a huge risk. So again, I do believe that Donald is a possibility. Donald could be, working on a third term to stay until all this is done. So in addition to facing tariffs up to 245%, a Red Dragon container ship that is carrying Red Dragon products across the Pacific could be hit with a port fee of up to $1.5 million when it arrives. Yikes. This is going to absolutely take out the trade with the Red Dragon. Once these port fees go into effect, I don't know why anyone would still want to ship products from the Red Dragon to the US. Of course, these new port fees will have a tremendous chilling effort on trade with everyone else too, because the Red Dragon made vessels will soon represent 98% of the trade ships on the world's oceans. Oh, by the way, I think there's a new tariff. This one here, 3,500% tariffs on solar panels. 3,000, if I'm not mistaken. I know it's a crazy number, but again, I read a news article. I think it's 3,500 percent tariffs on solar panels. That is insane. We are again. This is nation against nations here. This is nation against nation. When people hear nation against nation, they think that it's missiles and tanks. Nation against nations is everything. Tariff, sanctions, missiles, wars. So it says here, many warned the Gov in letters and in testimony that the U.S. was in no position to win an economic war that placed ocean carriers using the Red Dragon made vessels in the middle. Soon, the Red Dragon made vessels will represent 98% of the trade ships on the world's oceans. The good news, well, if you want to call it that, is that the Red Dragon built ships that are coming to the U.S. from nations other than the Red Dragon will be faced significantly lower port fees. From October 14, the Red Dragon owned and operated ships will be charged $50 a net ton, a rate that will increase by $30 a year over the next 3 years. The Red Dragon built ships owned by non-Red Dragon firms will be charged $18 a net ton, with annual fee increases of $5 over the same period. But even at a lower level, these port fees are still going to really sting. So what is the bottom line? Well, the bottom line is that if you want to buy a foreign-made product, you should get it now while you still can. This is particularly true for anything made in the Red Dragon. Already we are witnessing a stunning increase in canceled sailings by freight ships out of the Red Dragon. Man. Some people's gonna say, Lewis, it's not happening. I don't see it happening. It will. It takes time. It takes time because many products are being moved, but it's gonna take time. You're gonna see little by little, things will start disappearing. It's gonna be hard to find. And remember, all that time we used to say, "Oh, the Red Dragon, made in China stuff is cheap." Well, it's gonna be expensive because again, it's gonna be rare. The U.S. importers are being notified of an increase in canceled sailings by freight ships out of the Red Dragon as ocean carriers try to balance the pullback in soldiers resulting from Donald tariff and the escalation of tensions in a trade war. A total of 80 blank or canceled sailings out of the Red Dragon have been recorded by freight company HLS Group. It wrote in a recent note to clients that with the trade war between the Red Dragon and the U.S. leading to a demand plummet, carriers have started to suspend or adjust trans-Pacific services. We have never seen anything like this before. As trade across the Pacific dries up, it is going to have a tremendous economic impact up and down our supply chains. The impact of the diminished freight container traffic to North America will be significant for many links in the economy and supply chain, including the port and logistic companies moving the freight. If each sailing was carrying 8,000 to 10,000 TEU 24 equivalent units, that would equal a decline in freight traffic of between 640,000 up to 800,000 containers and lead to decreased crane operation at the port. Lower fees that could be collected and declines in container pickups and transport by trucks, rails, and to warehouses storage. This is not looking good, but at the same time, this is scriptures, Bible prophecy event. Everything seems like it's about to collapse. It's about to hit the fan. Man, this thing is going to hit the fan really hard. It is going to take long for us to start experiencing a lot of pain. Like I said, it's going to take a while. But again, little by little, stuff will disappear. According to a report that was posted by Zero Hedge on Saturday, there are some cases where the Red Dragon exporters have opted to surrender their cargo to the shipping companies mid-voyage rather than deal with the new tariffs. The South China Morning Post, an Hong Kong-based English language outlet, reported on April 10 that some Red Dragon exporters have opted to surrender their cargo to the shipping companies mid-voyage rather than deal with the new tariffs. No one will buy them after the tariffs are imposed. The publication quoted one client as saying to a Red Dragon exporter. Mainland Red Dragon outlet reported that the port of Shanghai, normally bustling with ships, was virtually empty on the day after the U.S. imposed its 145% tariff. The outlet expects U.S. and the Red Dragon shippings to fall by half in the near future. Even if you prep, it's just going to buy you some time. But again, the hit on the Titanic, it cannot be sealed. The ship is going down. So you could prep, it only by a short period of time. But once all that is done, once everything dries up, what's next? And again, like I said, I'm not fear-mongering stuff like that, but for those of you that are saying that this is fear-mongering, the Bible says that things are going to hit the fan. Everything is going to collapse. Everything's going to collapse. Don't be like the ones in the time of Noah when they were mocking Noah. Look at this old man. You old man, you building this ark. It's been 50 years. You're still building this ark. I mean, it's nice and everything. It's beautiful. It's big. But he's still building this. It's been 50 years. They mocked him. They laughed. They call him fearmonger. He's scaring people. But when that drop came, they weren't mocking. They were screaming in tears. Open the door, please. And yeah, you know the rest of the story. They were wiped out. It says here, I have never seen this happen before. We are talking about the Red Dragon made goods that were literally on the way to this country. Needless to say, those exporters won't be sending anything else our way for the foreseeable future. If there are products that you depend on that normally come from the Red Dragon, you should stock up now. There will be shortages. Oh, there will be shortages. Of course, not everything will be in short supply. For many things, we can definitely produce the quantities that we need, even if the Red Dragon imports went to zero. But in other cases, there will be supply crunches that will surpass anything that we witnessed during the 2020. Those that were hoping for a hard reset with the Red Dragon certainly got their wish. Now the fun begins. You know how people's like just give, let World War III start letting. Well, again, we are seeing it. It has begun, and it's gonna get a lot uglier. Okay, now we're gonna go with the next one. You got Walmart. You got all these companies just selling stuff. Give me a second here. I have to pause this video. I do not want to get hit with a copyright. I truly apologize. This is the New York Post, and they do have all these crazy advertisements. So just give me 1 second here, guys. Okay. Let me make this a little smaller so you guys have a better view. Walmart shoppers stunned to discover elaborate new anti-theft measures on meat. It's come to this. Oh, it's just the tip of the iceberg. Oh, it's just the tip of the iceberg, ladies and gentlemen. Is this a mistake? I'm sorry, man. That was a good one. That was a good one. Is this a mistake? A dismayed Walmart shopper has gone viral after sharing a video online depicting the store's butcher aisle barricaded by tiny wire cages. Oh, you could thank the lawlessness out there. Viewers of the video, with over 1.9 million views, have expressed their shock to learn the extreme length the grocery store goes through to protect their product. That's when you know it's bad. That's when you know things is not going good. But this isn't a new tactic. The clip is similar to the one that went viral back in 2022, showing how long the store has clamped down on security. Yeah. Pretty soon you will no longer buy or sell. In a TikTok video posted by Oakwood, a man holds a pack of Angus ribeye steaks priced at $20.83, locked in a sleeve of metal wiring. Oh, I'm sorry, guys, but I wish I could get one of those. These are one of my favorites. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what you call a tomahawk steak. A tomahawk steak. Now this bad boy here, you put some good barbecue seasoning on top and the other side, and then you get that nice grill ready. You put that tomahawk on that grill. I could taste it right now. So, man, they got those tomahawk. Yeah, they're not playing. They're not playing. Yeah, so again, you got like pork chop and stuff like that, steak, but these tomahawk, they're the one that is being sealed. Those that work out and go to the gym, many of them, they do eat those tomahawk. Someone said, you got to be kidding me. Walmart now has the steak locked up, and it comes to this. Please stop using the Lord name in vain. Can you please stop using the Lord name in vain, please? That is not good. Don't use the Lord name in vain. I know there's a lot of people that use it for their titles, and they claim to be Christians. Well, I'm not saying the name because I'm blocking it. It doesn't matter. I know a lot of YouTubers out there that call themselves Christians, and they're using that title right there. If you call yourself a Christian, knock it off. Stop using those titles. That's the Lord. I mean, you're using the Lord name in vain. What, to gain views? Knock it off. This is getting bad now. The TikTok ostensibly based in a Florida store has amassed 8.1 million views and tens of thousands of comments as people express their outrage and assumptions about why a common grocery item will be locked up. Well, again, because a lot of people are stealing. People are stealing. Viewers agree that the high security measures are insane, unbelievable, and sad. Is this for real? Someone asked. A whole prison fence, an ankle monitor for 2 steak? Yeah, I mean, again, again, Walmart reported that their inventory were off, and they lost a lot of money. So I don't blame them. I mean, geez, they lost almost over, I think, over $100 million. That's a lot of money lost. So you do what you got to do. So caging items to prevent theft and fraud is now a common practice among other popular chains, including Target, CVS, and Walgreens. Guys, I'm still so lost when it comes to Walgreens and CVS. I don't shop there. I don't go there. Again, I'm not trying to start anything. The only people that go there are like senior citizens and women's. And, you know, I mean, I don't see too many guys in there and stuff like that. But again, you know, I'm not saying women's are thief. I'm not saying that. All right. But again, you know, with my experience, my wife, she goes out and get these coupons, and she saves a lot of money. She could get like 20 toothpaste for like $1. I'm like, how in the world you did that? She's like, you know, with the coupons, and look at that, I got money back. So I'm like, so you bought this for like $2, and they gave you $10 in a coupon? Oh, man. The wife, she does it. She saves money. All right. So once again, it says here major retailers across the country began testing new measures, such as locked displays, cases, and electronic tags to combat rising shoplifting rates in recent years, with mostly negative reviews from both shoppers and top executives. Now it says here in 2022, stores in New York City locked even cheap meat like Spam in anti-theft cases. Walmart did not immediately reply to the Post's request for comment. However, earlier this year, Walgreens CEO admitted that the anti-theft measures hurt sales. You do what you got to do. And that's where we are right now, guys. Definitely, we are seeing a lot of things happening. This type of stuff is not supposed to happen in America. We're not supposed to see this in America. So we are definitely seeing some nation against nation. And we're going to see shortage. And we're going to see prices hitting the roof. Over the weekend, the gas price was like $2.97. Now it's $3.20. Right after Easter, boom! It went up from $2.97 to $3.20. I'm like, great, I should have filled up the tank. And I drive a pickup truck, a Ram. And that thing is, it takes a lot of gas. I use it for my company, my work. But again, this is where we are right now, guys. So please, share the video. Prepare yourself. You guys know that things are not looking good, but the Bible says that we must, prepare ourselves and stay in prayer. Help each other in these tough times. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Once again, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.